Hey guys, welcome to another day of a shed build.
And if you're new here, welcome. We are building a 2-story, 140 square foot garden Japanese style shed.
We've been doing that for a lot of episodes, so if you're new, please go back and watch the other ones because that will make this make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
So what are we doing today?
We are installing fiber cement siding, lap siding on the back side of our shed, and then we're going to paint it.
And the reason this has been different, last time we put siding around the shed, and it is 4x8 LP Smart Side panels, and then we're going to be covering with cedar trim. On the back side, it's completely different. I mean, it looks like a normal house with lap siding.
Yep, and it's that way because we already have the material, so it's basically free.
Yeah, it's free. If you can't be free, it's this place that nobody will see. You won't be able to see it from any part of the shed unless you go behind it, which I don't think anybody's going to do except for us to put like pots back there.
Yeah.
So anyway, it is a lot to do though, even though we've done this before, so we better get going.
All right.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, so I'm acknowledging the fact that we are way too close to the ground over here with this first course of fiber cement board. You're supposed to be, I think, 6 or 8 inches or something off of the ground or away from like a roof line or something, just so water doesn't soak up or bounce back at it. Over there, we're just fine over there. But over here, we are totally bottoming out and hitting the ground. We have some landscape fabric and under that some plastic cloth. So soil isn't touching it, but that's still not great for water. So what we'll have to do later is come and dig out this corner a little bit after the fact. Ideally, if this wouldn't be a situation, but we acknowledge that it's wrong, for at least we know it's wrong, but that's what we've got right now. So.
Always think of you when spring comes, like it's something in the air at that time. Don't know why. Always dream of you when spring comes. It's like the heat on my skin takes me back to the time met you on a Friday, halfway out at the door of the club, playing soul on the weekends. Stayed in bed till Wednesday. Fell in love with you right there and then. I was young, couldn't see that.
Okay, in case you haven't used these before, these are called gecko gauges. They're super useful for installing lap siding. Once you get the first piece set, you can then just literally just go right up with them. And one person can install. The reason we're both doing this is because I already broke a piece moving on my own.
Yeah. Well, and you can set how your distance between your lap siding too. You can
Like how much the reveal is.
Yeah, the reveal.
Yeah.
And then also, you do want to check level periodically too, because you could get off.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I mean, usually you don't. So.
Well, and then the other thing we're doing, which I guess is not down here, but we are doing little pieces of aluminum between the pieces of cement fiber. That's just to, I don't know, it's recommended, so that's what we're doing.
It's kind of like a shingling effect. The aluminum that we're using is scavenged from our tree rings that we had to keep roots out from our new plantings.
Right, and that's just specifically around camellias. You don't do it for other trees.
Yeah, but so we're using that. It's super dirty, but like, you know, you don't need it after like this first year, second year of planting. So.
Oh, and this is the back of the shed. Literally, no one's going to see it after we finish this today.
It's tucked up between the siding pieces.
So all we're doing is we're just setting this up before we go and get the next piece, and we bring it in, plop it in place, nail it, cut the little piece we need, and then keep on going. We're also not doing like normally you would do staggering here to make it look better. Again, this is the back side of the shed that no one's gonna see.
It's staggered. It's just.
Well, it is kind of. It's gonna be ugly, but
it's every other one is lined up.
It's the best use of material rather than staggering and having all these different things. We're just bringing a full piece over, putting it on one cut, put that in
about 14 inches on the other side, and then back and forth.
So just, I mean, if this was on a real side that we would see, I would be staggering them more and having it look a little better.
Okay.
This goes so fast, by the way.
Yeah. I can see why everyone's like, lopsiding. Well, it's manageable sizes.
Right.
That heavy.
If it didn't break on you when you're carrying it on your own.
Well, a wood product would be much lighter and less difficult to deal with, so. Well, I was wondering where my brushes were. Yeah. I'm gonna get fur all over my brushes. Fortunately for you, those are dry. How you doing? Yeah? Are you enjoying outside? Yeah.
Hey, Anna, what are you doing?
Hey, I am filing the little bumps down on this fiber cement board. So sometimes when you snap it, it leaves these little nubs and little uneven areas. And so those things can cause a problem if you really need it to be a certain width.
Yeah.
Like it can add like a quarter of an inch or something like that. So you just kind of knock them off with the file. And we found that the file really is the best for this. We tried a box cutter and that just dulls immediately. And I think maybe there was a suggestion to use like a drywall thing that knocks down the edges of drywall in a similar way to this. But the file really is
just a regular old file.
Yeah, until you accidentally leave it outside and it gets rained on and then it gets all rusty.
What do you do after that?
Get a new file.
No, what do you do after you file it?
Oh, after you file it, you you paint the edge because you have to, well, with primer. So paint the edge with primer. That way that it's still kind of a rough texture. So this kind of helps it seal from any water penetration because the edges will be susceptible to moisture still. Because even though it's a cementish product,
I don't know. It still has some wood in there.
yeah, there's like fiber. The fiber part is
Yeah, cement fiber.
cement fiber. So the fiber part is still susceptible to moisture. So there you go. You prime the edges on anything you cut.
Okay.
Okay.
By the way, one of the easiest ways you can mess this up is when you're using the gecko gauges, is to have it slightly off like that. Because from one side it'll look good, and the other side it'll look like it's off. So always make sure that you have it good and tight on both sides, and then pull up. Hey, Anna.
Yeah.
How's this going so far?
Going as quickly as I thought it would. I mean, lap siding goes pretty quick.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it obviously slows down once you get to places that you have a more difficult time reaching. But, yeah, going the pace.
It's like more than halfway through, and we've only been doing this for a few hours.
Yeah, I mean, there's no complicated cuts. It's pretty much all these little pieces are basically the same size, but we measure each one just in case. And we only have like a little bit at the top that we're going to have some angles. That'll be interesting in the future. But, yeah, just no windows. Everything's just very easy. Makes it for like really good efficiency. Oh, yeah, I thought I would just say that this is the difference between a cut edge of this fiber cement with a blade versus like snapping it. And so like it's all craggy and you have to make sure you get all your paint and all the little nooks and crevices.
What's the other side look like?
Like that. And then this is much easier to paint. You just kind of be much more careful getting the paint in because it can even miss some spots with the snapped end. All right. That is 24 rows. So now we have to get to the angled bits.
Oh, okay.
This generates so much dust.
I didn't even see her over there.
Just helping. Yeah. 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 All right, last piece.
Last piece, doing it backwards because it works. And I remember last piece you're supposed to do like something like this.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to bottom nail them too, I think.
Yeah, just one nail just to keep it from coming up. That should do it.
All right.
There we go. Done.
Yeah, exciting. So here's the difference between the stacked siding originally and painted. Looks much better.
Hey.
Hey.
All right, so we finished painting.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah?
A lot better than the messy original paint that got all faded.
It does look a lot better.
Look.
Hopefully our backyard neighbors will appreciate it. Calling it.
Yeah, it's done. It's good. And then we'll leave that scaffold up there for doing the soffit.
By the way, wait. You got paint.
I just scratched my face too. I know, and it just happened.
Yeah, it's totally right there.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You gotta have some battle scars, right?
Yeah, I got paint all over me. Do I paint on my face?
There's like a little spot.
Oh, I was gonna say success, but no success.
Well, you kind of sat on the bucket, which had paint on it, so you probably have.
That's what these pants are for.
Okay. I was trying to avoid paint on these, but I think I got a little bit. This is my painting shirt, so you designated painting shirt, Art Bessie. So I think that looks great.
Okay, good. All right, so what's up next?
We have a choice of what to do next. So we could choose to do the ramp. We could install the attic ladder. We could install the windows, but we really can't because we don't have the glass yet.
Well, and we could do the cedar soffit, and we could do the cedar skirt. So there's a lot of choices of what we want to do next. That's a lot of things we could do. So we'll see what we decide. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe so you're automatically notified of the next video when it goes live. Thanks so much. We'll see you there.
I think we're going to go with the cedar skirt.
Maybe.
Or the soffit.
Maybe.
One of those.